Welcome to another Improve Your Coarse Fishing video exclusive. Now, in the March edition of Improve, we've done a feature with Andy Walker and Kenny Sizer, two expert pike anglers who give us some fantastic tips for fishing dead baits. Now, one of the things that a lot of people do when they go pike dead bait fishing is inject their dead bait with fish oil to boost the flavour and draw the fish. Now, this can be a devastating tactic, as Kenny Sizer shows us in the article. But one problem is that it can also be lethal to you, the fisherman. The problem comes with this, the needle and syringe. Because what happens is, people very often have a dead bait like this roach in their hand, they stick the needle in, it goes straight through the fish and straight into their hand. If they inject that and inject air into their bloodstream, it can be very, very bad news. Now, it's a great tactic, injecting fish oil into dead baits. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't do it, just because it can be a bit dangerous too if you don't do it. You just got to do it right. Always make sure that you've got the dead bait lying on a hard, flat surface like this. Then make sure that the syringe goes in, like that, and you boost it there. Oh, it's oozing out of the side of the fish there, you can see it coming out. Do it again there, in it goes. A little bit more in there. It's done half stint. This is blended fish oil and it doesn't half harm. Now, you can puncture the fish if you wish, just to let that smell come out. I don't know if you can see this or not. If I just lift this up now, just give it a squeeze, out comes that smell. To a pike, dinner is served, and you've managed not to kill yourself. Bargain. Got a question for you. What happens if you cross some Predator Plus liquid like this with a plastic bag, a roach and a deep freezer? No idea? I'll show you. It is what Kenny Sizer, in our magazine feature in March, calls one of his ultimate baits. This, the bright red roach. Now, the last time I saw a roach, it didn't look much like this, I have to say. Silver was the thing that I remember, but this thing, well, it seems to be what he calls a red rag to a bull, and the fish just home in on this. Well, how do you get it looking red rather than silver? Dead simple. You get a plastic bag like this, and as you can see, you squirt a load of Predator Plus liquid inside it. Then you pop your dead roach inside, stick it in the freezer and freeze it. Now, what happens is that the liquid just initially permeates the outside skin of the bait, but as it thaws, it expands and draws that liquid properly into the flesh and really stains it. Now, if this fish is thrown out into the lake, it will stay red. It won't just wash off as it is if you just paint this sort of goo onto the outside of the bait. It's properly drawn into the fish, it stains it red, and that is a pike fishing edge. Try it this weekend. And now for our final dead bait tip, tiger roach. Now, I'm sure you're asking yourself, what on earth a tiger roach, Kevin? Well, we're going to show you. This is one of Kenny Sizer's great tips. This is a yellow roach. The reason it's yellow is because we popped it in a freezer, in a carrier bag, along with a load of yellow food colouring. And the same as with the red bait we've already shown you, as the bait thaws out, it draws that yellow colouring into the flesh, staining it completely. A bright yellow roach. Perfect. Now then, where does the tiger bit come in? Quite simple, really. You use some of the old Predator Plus again to put stripes on it. Ask yourself, what do most lures have on them? A pike lure. Think about it. It has stripes on it, doesn't it? That's what Kenny told us. And you know what? He was absolutely right. We started looking through lots of lure boxes and having a look at them, and sure enough, lures have got stripes on them. So, Kenny argued, well, why shouldn't roach, dead baits, have stripes on them? If it works for lures, surely it'll work for dead baits too. But basically, when you take your yellow roach out of the freezer, before it thaws out, a quick squirt of this along the body, and you end up with this beauty. A striped tiger roach. And if no one's used them on your lakes, that could be just an edge you're looking for. So there you go, we've shown you how to make the baits, but of course you need to know how to use them. And in March's edition of Improve Your Coarse Fishing, Kenny and Andy have done exactly that. So you know what you've got to do, don't you? Yep, that's right. You've got to get March's Improve Your Coarse Fishing, and we'll show you exactly how to use baits like this tiger roach to make this winter your best ever pike time. Buy the magazine, learn the lessons, we'll help you catch some more fish. Cheers for now. Right, you've got to buy March's Improve Your Coarse edition.